Yay, part two, here we go. Okay, so for those of you that are really excited to be a part of the collective ascension, social change, how we can create more fair and equitable systems, you'll know just by what you're really excited about. It's a very natural process. It's a beautiful, genuine, authentic experience. What you're excited to create here is what you are really creating in other realms and other groups and other dimensions. So what they were saying was that on other realms, you belong to other cabinets of light, the light evolutionary programs through all of our galaxies, through all of our universes, and you're threaded to become into a body, into a realm that needs that help, that you have gifts and histories in and experiences in. That's why each person is unique to the histories and the energies and the work that they've done on different realms and different bodies, as well as here on Earth. But not overstep the natural human evolutionary process. For many realms have had the experiences, many timelines and groups have had experiences with messing with the DNA. And I gave you that book earlier by C. Anne, The Right Use of Will, and she gives many experiences there where there's been great damage and great tragedies through the messing with our genetics. So we're doing things differently this time because we have higher consciousness, and as we awaken to a 5D perspective, we're calling in even higher experiences of the genetics and how to do it and use it in a benevolent way that is in the natural process of evolution, not overstepping again with the ego. We've learned so much, and that's why this ascension is so powerful. We forget that when we open to a 5D experience, we're calling in all experiences higher that we're able to process and integrate. So we're not going to make the vibrational mistakes that we did at a 3D level. We might be tested in certain arenas, but there will be stops and blockages so that we can continue an evolutionary program. And that's why Source and the Spirit, 12 dimensional creators, are always the hand of the writers. It is the God of hand, and nobody has authority kind of over that. These are, as in all life, delicate systems, and why you, as the awakening ones, will feel so profoundly excited to be a part of it. You get to choose how you create, and through the knowing of the expansiveness of your own body, you'll choose to create greater self-care and new practices for the divine vessel that you are. So as you become excited to know that your DNA is malleable, that your bodies are malleable, you're an essence of spirit, you're going to choose better and higher for yourself. You're going to choose from a higher vibrational experience to take care of yourself so that you can tap into those energies, call them in to be a part and offering them forward. That's why it's a continual process of evolution. And it impacts your multidimensional systems. If you're not able to pull in greater light, you're not going to be able to process and then put it out in a way that's understandable. So that, again, how you can discern false prophets. False prophets won't have the ability to understand and to articulate, to understand how it's threaded in the multidimensional ways that it can. And spirit will put blocks on that because they haven't earned the freeway. It's a vibrational freeway, and it has nothing to do with judgment of another, punishment of another. They have to be able to have the vibrational freeway meaning access of light to the codes, so that it can be bringing in the purity of what is needed by the collective. And so it's a natural process. It's a very genuine process. It's a very authentic process. And that's why it will be known and felt. So important points on your agenda. So I asked what's coming up in our ability to understand what our DNA is with our biosphere. How are we as changing evolutionary beings? How are we pressing out and creating those higher vibrational thought forms? And what is it challenging us in our belief systems about who we are in our health systems? So it's some important facts that are coming up and some important things that we're all going to be challenged with. The agenda is to recreate new dimensional potentials because, again, we're on a new thread of dimension, which means we're going to be offered vibrational information and wisdoms that we're going to have to process. That information is going to be out there. Like I said, when I'm calling in things and energies or codes from another dimension, we don't have the words to explain that because it's from another dimension. What might be our understanding of a car here is a light ship somewhere else, or our body is just assimilating to a new frequency. We can bilocate, we can dematerialize and materialize at will. So it's going to be different. We're going to have to find new words for it. Again, becoming the unknown. So systems of equity are going to be on the top priority, and we're going to see how things are not fair, because as we awaken, we see what we don't want, and then we see how can we choose to make it better. So we're going to start creating systems of equity. For much of you on your planet are more than you would like to admit, have more systems that are highly unfair and favor those in favor. So again, the top 5%, if you will, are the ones that are being favored. And those systems are going to be brought up for transmutation, for changing, because we've all helped co-create them. There is no blame. We got to help fix them. We got to help rewrite them. But a higher consciousness will be and is already a part of it. That's why higher consciousness beings don't see the understanding of why those things even happened, because it's not even in the consciousness that serves the all. So why higher consciousness leaders, groups and collectives of higher consciousness, so that all that is corrupt, all that is unfair, all that is unjust, all that is inequitable will be brought to a higher vibration in alignment with spirit. And why we offer those vocational alignments, so that you can see where you have been, where you are at, what your excitements are now, activate some of your gifts and skills so that you can create in alignment with the 5D grids and what is coming in our future for our collective, so that you can be aligned appropriately and in greater excitement for you, right? So how can it be in fairness and gentleness to your planet? Again, that will be another point of our focus. How are we being equitable and fair to our planet? Are we using resources in a fair way that can be fair and affordable for all? And they're not. It's really not. We're being of great detriment to our planet, and it's not in fair price or just to those that can afford it at any price range, or how their resources run in their family. And is it available to all people at a cost level that all can afford and all can be creatively inspired to entangle with? These are all very achievable and all very sustainable experiences that you can start co-creating and pondering. Systems of hierarchy will fall by the wayside. Systems of overlords, and again, that was relating to the draconian descent, will play out for the desire for us to see what has been going on, what has been happening, how we have been giving our power away, and how can we correct it? Because remember, there always has to be that dichotomy. What have we been doing? What's unjust and unfair? What's inequitable? Where are we now? And what is equitable? Who is able to share? Just as in my own personal experience, the devotional work that I'd been putting forward for so many years, other people having their entanglement and entitlement when I didn't even know these people. Some of them I did, and not getting paid or even accredited for any of it. And then being blocked at the same time. So not only was I not being paid for it, but I wasn't being allowed to move. That was the story that was playing out. So when I start taking my power back, start reclaiming all that I am as a consciousness, spirit comes involved, the alliance with light comes in, and all of those structures start to change. And all parties in the experience now have to realign. And they have to face the energies and the choices and all that was brought up and all that was created in that experience, and then create anew. Stepping off that karmic experience, stepping off that karmic control, now has to have them step up to a higher state of being or not. But it eventuates, everybody has to face what occurred. What stories was I playing out as far as the control? Why was I accepting the spell work? Why was I accepting those that harmed me and did not give to me and did not offer anything, did not offer my advice? Why was I keep giving them advice? Why was I keep helping them? So again, masters are here to learn. Discern the energies that you involve yourself with, discern your environments, discern your social circles, take yourself out of abusive and harmful situations, and discern those that are wanting that fast ride, or those that are wanting not to do the work but want to take from you and want to offer their karma to you. You don't have to take it, and a lot of it is energetic because it's playing out on other realms. That's why you have those intense relationships with others. They are not awake enough to know that they're playing roles on other realms, and they haven't awoken to that yet. They're just playing out that similar behavior here in an earthly body. But as they go through awakening, they'll see, oh my gosh, that's what I did. How can I change and correct this? That's the awakening process. If you sit in denial and suppression, you're not healing those wounds that happened to you on another planet. You're not going to understand, do unto others as I do unto you, and what I put out, I get back. That's how the universe works. But the awakening process is density upon density upon density, and nobody's taking accountability. It's all in denial, and therefore nothing gets resolved. It still stays in a stenched, lower vibrational experience, still feeding control and fear and greed and gluttony. So we're here to correct all those systems. And so again, the important agendas is to bring systems of equity to the collective. Are the resources and how it's being delivered being fair and equitable to all peoples? And are we also being in symbiotic balance with Gaia? That will be a system. Systems of hierarchy will fail and fall. Systems of the overlords, the draconian energies, and all your timelines of control will play out in the desires for each person to heal those wounds in their own akash, therefore creating new systems of equity, creating new systems of biosphere, creating new systems of genetic and DNA enhancements that will equally support the expansion pressing out, what you're able to call in, and what you're able to process, and what you're able to offer as a higher vibrational resolve. All is possible. It's all why we're here, and why, again, they said we play these parts on other realms and other galaxies and other planets and other planetary bodies, because we're here to offer that similar gift. They offered me, just as I'm here offering the multidimensional healing tools, because these multidimensional healing tools is a part of what I offer on the Pleiades to many of the children that are preparing themselves to expand into other galaxies. I help them understand their bodies. I help them understand their energy vibrations, so that what they put out in any vibrational way affects the all. All that you do affects the all. That's why when you have those profound moments of spirit, you can't help but just break down in gratitude and joy, because it's just the graciousness that God is to offer you beyond the beyond what you thought you were aware. Wow, there it is. So exciting. So, but the consciousness to discern subtle games of control will be to each. Remember, each soul has its own unique pacing, temperament, processing abilities. They have steeped density or karmic debt that they have to process. So not all two people are going to be at the same level to understand control and how to process and how to transmute it. Everybody's going to be unique. That's why be okay with the variance and the movement of those around you, because they have different lessons to learn than you do. So it's okay, you're going to be breaking away from people, and they're going to be breaking away from you in whatever way they choose at the highest soul level. And anything that Gaia does, any natural event and natural disaster, if you will, is always done at the highest level of consciousness. Souls choose where they're going to be when they choose to move into different dimensions of experience. Remember, there's an infinite number of earths. Not two people are going to experience the same experience in the same way. My level of consciousness, because I'm awake to more dimensions, if I had an experience with one person, they're going to remember it in a totally different way than I will, because I have access to more energy. I have access to more information. And that's meant to be. It's meant to be, because those of us that have access and through our life experience, we want to offer it forward to help others. That's why we're code breakers. Crystal children are code breakers. We're here to help. We're here to create those new systems and inspire people to think beyond. And there's nothing, it's not saying that we're better. We're just different. We're unique and we're meant to be. But now we get to own it. We get to play in it. And we get to inspire others. Be unique. Be your most uniqueness. No matter how strange it might look to somebody else. You're being and acting and living from a vibration they're not. But it doesn't mean they can't. It means you're here to inspire one another and say, hey, that looks good. Let me try my own thing. Be unique in who you are. Be unique in who you are. Don't copy another. Be unique in who you are, because that will activate all of your gifts. And so my own personal life, what I had gone through was allowing me to discern various energies, various intentions, various motives, because as a channel, we must do that. When we're channeling energy, what are we channeling? Is our field clear? Are we channeling from the wounds that we're living within? Are you attracting from the wounds? Are you attracting from a spirited oneness? Remember, if you're heart-centered, you're going to attract heart-centered. If you're not resolving that wound, you're going to attract energies in front of you to say, hey, you got a wound there. Let's heal it. And that's why we attract what we attract, why we manifest. Systems between all peoples and between all nations, the haves and have-nots, will be combining resources between nations for greater care to the all peoples. Surrendering of nationality. And some people might get really upset about that, because some people are so staunch in their nationality, they can't see beyond their own nationality. So those are a part of oneness, and those are a part of expansiveness. It's a part of letting go what you thought you were and becoming one with the all. And that's the same with religion. What you thought about one religion is to say that what any other religion is wrong. It's not. It's just a different. It's not. Nothing is wrong. It's all right and it's all true. But you get to navigate this beautiful smorgasbord to say, what do I want to experience now? What do I want to experience now? What do I want to experience now? And while you go through that, that's the gift from God. Why would we want to judge it? Why would we want to put a value system on it? That religion's not valued. This one is. That person's not valued. This one is. Who makes us judges to that? And that is the learning. That is the radical acceptance. Like, oh my gosh, I judged that. Wow. So sorry. Wouldn't want to judge that again, because that was a painful lesson, right? You go through those painful lessons. No, why put yourself through that? Just heal the wounds. And again, why I went through my story, a lot of what happened to me was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. Letting go and allowing all to be who they are, to express themselves freely and to get credit and worthiness of it. The painful part was healing those deep wounds of value. And that's what some of those that are involved in those steep control systems or underground occults and experiences, that they dive into those deep draconian energies. It's their intention to destruct the sense of self, because that's how they manipulate. They manipulate through emotion. They manipulate through experience. They manipulate through circumstance, and drama and chaos is stirred up because that's how they feed. That's how the energy is fed. It's not fed through spirit, it will feed through chaos. That's why through evolution, you first have to have chaos to create order. You have to have what you don't want to find out what you do want. So that's just a natural process of in the order of evolution. But part of that was that deep wound that I'm worthy of receiving. And there had been many that were playing that game to make me not receive my credit, not receive the stuff that I'd worked so hard at, that I was so devoted unconditionally. And I'd helped so many people unconditionally. And for anybody on a human level to say, I'm not worthy of receiving, that's when you reclaim your power and say, no, I've worked at this for eons. I'm working at this on other planets. I'm working at this other realms, and spirit has chosen me. So who are you to say that I deserve anything? No, I know what I deserve. I know who I am. So call it in, spirit, bring it. And that's when you match and you partner and have an alliance with spirit, because nothing on this outer realm has any say or any power than that of spirit. Spirit is a creator. When you let go of all these vibrational stories that have no play in what spirit is, it's like walking through a door. Where do you place that importance? Why did you give that power away? Why did you give that energy away to that leader that spirals in the same stories and does not lead? So that's about reclaiming your power, reclaiming your light, knowing that your body is healthy, knowing that you can move your body through any disease or illness, knowing that you can have abundance in all ways and all matter. But are you matching spirit equally? Or are you still focused on other people that are getting while you're still not going in and resolving your sense of self as spirit? It's all true. It's all purposeful. Everybody learns equally. But I know in this lifetime, I'm ready to receive and I'm worthy of it. And any monies and any energies and anything that was taken from me or denied from me, spirit will make sure it's brought back tenfold, because of the damages done for the length and period of time that it was, and nothing being accounted for, not by even one person. So it'll make sure. I absolutely know of that. I trust in that. And that's, I'm matching spirit equally. And that's when miracles occur. That's what I know to be true. And I'm here to help others. I'm here to help others move through their dark night of the soul. I'm here to help others move through those shadow energies. You are worthy of receiving. You are worthy of being in full abundance of your gifts. You are worthy of being the highest joy of who you are. You are worthy to say, no, I've earned this. I deserve this. I am worthy of this. Command it lovingly from spirit and joyfully. It doesn't have to be entitlement. Entitlement is ego. Entitlement says, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Well, go back within. Who are you? You know, the entitlement issue is still that projection. I've got control over you. I've got control over you. You can't have that. It's mine. That's ego. That's entitlement. Those are really a lot of wounds that are not healed. And that's psychosis, breaking from itself. And so that's returning back within, returning power, returning the energy, returning the honor, returning spirit, and feeding and nourishing yourself with spirit. Start creating that sense of self. And why, through that one experience, I have so much to share. Because the energy of inequity, the energy of unfairness, the energy of imbalance, the energy of injustice is everywhere in our systems. And bit by bit and subtle by subtle measures, the destruction of the inner self is being done and has been done. How we've normalized violence, how we've normalized human trafficking, how we've normalized these underground experiences that make money through corruption. How have we normalized that? It's just things that happen? No. We're going to start creating value systems that are valuing who we are as people, that we're honoring, that we're worthy of receiving. Divine Feminine is worthy of being in the creational story for humanity. All religions are worthy of being here. All peoples are worthy of being here. All beings are worthy of their unique voice. And we get to express however we choose. That's Spirit's gift to us. We get to inspire all people to move forward, even those that have abused us. Even those that have taken from us and stolen from us and used us, we get to say, I forgive you. One day you'll awaken and you'll see it too. And then you get to be someone's inspirator. It's always the link in the chain. We get to help, teach, and inspire. What did you experience? And how can you too discern the subtle ways in which we give our power away? Because it happens at all levels. How did I give my power away today? Who did I give it to and why? What belief system do I hold about my value system? Who am I? So those are the parts about awakening and stretching and pressing out, because again, we're on a new vibrational template, an offering. And those offerings will bring in codes and potentials and wounds that everybody has to move forward. It's always a vibrational offering. One level brings up the next level, brings up the next level, just like the multiverse that we showed you earlier. The awkwardness of change and seeing, hearing, or learning about ideas that are so far out and so profound and so different And so out of this world will eventually activate each of you to get excited, to infuse, and to get involved in each unique way that you have, because each of us offer different gifts. Each of us want to be a part of different things, whether it's education or social, healing the planet, children, whatever it might be, because we each have those gifts and excitement. So tune into, what are you excited about? What does heaven upon earth look like to you? In your wildest pondering, in your wildest envision, what does heaven on earth look like? What does it feel like? What is the vibration of heaven on earth? What are you doing on heaven on earth? How does it look to you? What are you doing in heaven upon earth? It won't be a routine 3D life. It'll be different, because that's not heaven on earth. Heaven on earth is not stealing and taking from people, because that's a 3D experience. It's going to be different. You're going to have those experiences. You're going to say, wow, I was experiencing in those energies, and I saw that, and I was a part of that. I was a receiver of it. I was a taker of it. I did that, but now my story, I can stand it. I can say, this is how I can help you. Because I was a part of that. That's what I didn't want. I found out it was what I didn't want, but I got something different now. So give yourself permission to change and be okay expanding. Be a part of that great change. You can do it. That's why you're going through what you're going through. And spirit will give you opportunities to change. Every moment is a new opportunity. In your silence and in your reflection, you will feel the words, the stories, the sensations. I get asked this all the time. How do I know what my purpose is, or my mission, or my destiny? Well, when you sit in silence and you reflect upon, what does heaven on earth look like, you will be given excitement. You'll be given stories or visions. You'll be given a memory from your childhood. All of those are synchronicities that show you how to start, how to get involved, how to ignite your own inner knowing. Yes, I remember that. I was excited about that when I was little. Awaken those inner child, because remember, it's all about the sacredness of the inner child. Play. Get excited about playing. Get excited about being involved. Explore the planet. Explore the earth. That's how you connect the inner child. You are moving through a profound global reset of consciousness. All will be unfolding in your own divine timing, with your own readiness, your own pacing, and your own higher integrity to create what it is you so choose. Because as we evolve and as we create greater oneness of self-actualization, we want to create in greater alignment of our truth, of integrity, of what feels right for us, what doesn't feel right for us. And while you'll be making those profound choices to leave what is not serving you, to leave what is not nourishing you on all levels, taking yourself out of situations that are harmful. Because you're going to know, if you're constantly in an experience of defense, or having to prove yourself, or having to work so hard and receive nothing, you absolutely know that there's something going on. There's energies there that are blocking your abundance. There's energies there that are taking from you. There's energies there that are siphoning from you, and you're receiving nothing. So tune into, how much and what are you receiving? Is it equal? So discern into the energies, discern into the behavior, then the patterns, because it's there. Because everything is energy, and there's always a pattern until somebody breaks it. It will be a lovely amalgamation of many worlds. However, you won't necessarily know it at first. So again, everything that you awaken to is now all of the amalgamations of all the worlds plus your earthly world, all of the other worlds plus your earthly world. And then you get to explore even more. That's what evolution is. Wow, I feel like the harmony of my soul. I'm from this world, I'm from that world. And many of us get visions of those worlds when we're ready to take a great leap forward. So begin where your excitements are. Each of you have potential. Each of you add value. Each of you can just simply be in loving and simple action to begin and create what your heaven upon earth can look like and feel like and be like, because your gifts are held within it. Your gifts are held within the questions. Your gifts are held within the observation. Your gifts are held within the silence. Your gifts are held within your oneness of who you are becoming from all worlds, from all experiences. Say, that was my experience and I want to help others. That was my experience. I want to be here for others. I want to offer the best of me. And those can be your daily intentions. Today, I'm going to offer the best of me. Today, I'm going to offer what? Wow, well, how can I create today that's a new amalgamation of me? So be of the moment and be okay for change. Open up. I embrace change. Today, I embrace change. Today, I am new. Today, my cells are new. Today, my body is new. I open up to this new being that I am today. I open up to the new energy of who I am today. Today, I allow myself to think, to be, to grow, and to be wiser, and to know that I am being downloaded codes and wisdoms and energies, and I am the amalgamation of all worlds, of all beings, of all aspects of me, and I call that in. I call in all aspects of me. I call in all light. I call in all energy. I call in all that I am that I have ever given out. I want to return it to me. I return my consciousness, my energy, and my light. And I return all that I am back to me. I am in my full power now. I am in my full power now. My breath and my intention is my activation. Thank you, Spirit. I am in oneness with Spirit. I am in the alliance with Spirit. I'm grounding with Gaia. I am one with Gaia, and I can understand and see and hear and know myself anew. This world is new. This template is new. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you that lives through me and speaks through me and loves me. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. They're saying that we are in congratulations of all of you that have allowed yourself to open and just allow. Open and allow change. For you all know how to navigate and embrace challenge. Embrace those challenges. Don't fear them. You've all had enough experience. You can move through anything. And you're here and you will be supported. When you have the intention to move through something for the greater good, for the betterment of your world, you will absolutely be supported in all ways. You, however, from the highest councils of light, you won't be supported if you're wishing bad and ill on people. That energy will come back to you and you'll have to alchemize it. So it's for when you're wishing in the greater good, you absolutely will be supported because everyone has access to abundance. Everyone has access to self-healing. Everyone has access to not creating crimes of the soul. Those are all unnecessary. It's the wounding that creates that crime. But it's all healable. This is how profound it is. Every crime on our planet is healable. That's profound. That's profound wisdom and knowledge. And I'm ready to have credit for it. I'm ready to be paid for it. I'm ready to have ownership and honoring of that. And I'm ready to have an abundant life of it. And I'm claiming it. I'm ready for what I've earned vibrationally. I have earned this vibrationally through many, 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 many lifetimes and eons of planets of work with spirit and evolutionary programs. I've worked for it. And I only have to answer to God. That's it. But now I'm owning it for myself. And it feels really good. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. Just as Kryan offered in one of his recent channelings through one of his videos that he had offered that we are going to be challenged in the next 6 months and our star councils, Gerard, thank you, Gerard. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And see, when I just say their name, they're already here. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Gerard. That we're going to be challenged to press out in our wisdoms and our knowledge. To come up because we're on this new template of vibration, which means that we're going to have to start coming up with ideas and inspirations so that spirit can download more codes so that we can start putting creative, positive action into play, compassionate action into play. And then we start expanding out even more and even more. That's how it is on a vibrational level. I'm just telling you. It's all on a vibrational level now. As we clear away that density, we then press out into greater code light and it gets offered to us because we will always be offered an equal as we match it. Again, the vibrational energies and the vibrational dimensions that we're working from. And we get to choose the timeline that we're on. I choose a timeline where I'm a part of social change. I choose a timeline where I'm on a timeline of personal healing. I choose that timeline. I see and I feel my body healthy. I see and I feel my body more youthful. I see and I feel my body a part of greater DNA activations. Bring it, Spirit. This is what I want to do. This is how I see myself helping. This is how I see myself being activated. I got the gifts. I got the wisdom. I got the will, pure intention. See yourself involved, see yourself loving it. And the sun comes out to bathe us whole. Thank you, Spirit. My healing illustrations, when I put pen to paper and I allow and I just trust the offering of spirit, things just come and unfold. That's why my illustrations came, because there was already the energy in my field. I'd been doing it and I'm doing it on the Pleiades. So when I put pen to paper and that channeling experience, I just trust spirit and I just start writing. Most of my books and what I write, it's all channeled material. And I add my own personal experiences and I add because I have to connect with the human collective. So I'm given information, I'm amalgamating with who I am, I'm connecting with the collective on what they need to hear, and I'm bringing forward, this is how I can help. I've seen it from all these different angles and I can offer this, 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 and this. And therefore the collective vibration energies are out there in the omnipresent, and those just get attracted to the videos when they need those healings of their own shadow or dark night of the soul, or transforming a family dysfunction, or they transform an eating disorder, or whatever it might be, seeing their collective differently, seeing how to manifest abundance, seeing how to manifest their own business, whatever it might be. And so we're just going to do a quick little light language and we're going to close this up. because I hardly have any battery left. And so we're going to open up into our intention today will be the DNA and the biosphere, and how you can awaken to more of your gifts and understanding Gaia, understanding your own DNA, and allowing yourself to be open and active and more present and excited about pressing out and understanding more. And so just get comfortable and take a few deep breaths. Just feel yourself connecting with intention. I connect with Gaia. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I am the blessing of Holy Spirit. I am now. I am now. I am now. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm calling in the beings and the highest beings of light. Thank you, Holy Councils of Light, Mother, Father, living through me. So I'm just connecting with the different beings that I connect with Gaia. They're showing me a sound right now. I don't know. There's things in the field that are happening right here up and out into the forest, because there's a forest over there. And I'm seeing the sounds of certain birds, or the squeals and the sounds of a bird that I'm hearing that I can't make. So they're showing me that it's not a bird that is resonant to hear, but those sounds are being offered to the birds that are here. And so that's why it's a multidimensional communication within the biosphere, because birds from other dimensions and other realms are depositing sounds that they can attune to, because their hearing is different than ours. It's not what we know to be. That's why we're redefining and recreating what we know to be: sound, elements, codes, things in the omnipresent, and how I can pick up on it as a conduit, because God is offering it and I'm aligned with God. Thank you, Holy Spirit. God. And the dog is responding. And the dog is responding. I'm just looking up to the forest. I see an anakada lai lel nai nai te ke she ai lai mana nai te ke se mana I te ke ana e na I te ke a na ka e te ke. That's from the Arcturians. The Arcturians are wanting me to channel just for a second here before I lose battery. Hi seman ma kai te ke ana e te ke she ana na ma kai te ke se na kada ka. I am I te ke she I. I am a kai that kitten I eat kit nai la kada and I eat ki nai ma e in a makada da kai in a makada da kai in a makada da da ma eat the ki da ka e te ke cinema ka in a makada da ki in a ka. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy that's a huge download. So that was the Arcturians saying that they're present in your fields. And there's many codes that I have not downloaded before, but they're huge downloads. When I move my fingers and I do things with my fingers, I'm communicating lovingly codes for you that are open to your fields of communication in that way. Opening your omnipresent to communicate with the Arcturians and other celestial galactic beings, with our planet, with your higher self, with your soul, with God, source essence. When you have those intentions of loving communication, my heart chakra is having activation right now. Holy cow. That was a huge download. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Arcturians. Thank you, Arcturians. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Arcturians. I'm so grateful. Then you see what I'm just doing. That is a heart activation. So thank you, Holy Spirit. So they're saying sometimes I need that reflection. The video that I'm so excited to share is my portal for me to have my own activation, because the Arcturians are putting it in the field because I'm seeking to help and assist others. And that's why when you seek to help others, you return that right away, right directly, instantly. So thank you, Arcturians, for these many lessons and blessings. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm so grateful. So if you choose to, they're saying, because those of you that are new to light language, those of you that are new to conduit activation